Welcome to The Snack, a lighter serving of Girls Gotta Eat.
This is a Dear Media production.
Enjoy.
Hi, Snacks.
Hi, guys.
We missed you on Monday.
We really did.
Maybe that's why my week is so bad.
We
No,
missed
I'm just
so
kidding.
much on Monday. I missed the country. I missed you guys. We lost so much, but we're here. We're back at Gravitas. I just went to the bathroom. The toilet seat, the heat was up today.
I know, it's nice.
I literally, the room's a little cold, and I was like, kind of partially went to the bathroom just to warm my butt up.
I get really cold lately. I've been keeping my house at 72.
Okay. But you know what's interesting? I love a heated toilet seat, but I hate a seat warmer in a car. I feel like I'm peeing.
It's a weird sensation. Like, I just feel like those things aren't supposed to go together. Like, I'm not supposed to be driving and my butt's warm. Like,
Okay, people love it. People think I'm crazy. I hate the way it feels.
I don't like it.
Like, if I even get into an Uber or something, I'm like, turn the heat. He's like, you want the seat heater off? I'm like, yeah. I feel like I'm pissing my pants.
I feel like I want my hands, my feet, my head to be comfortably warm. I don't care if my butt's warm.
I will say sometimes what's nice is a seat air conditioner. Get the no swamp ass.
You have that?
That's
What
an
is
option.
that? Like, it makes your butt cold?
Yeah, I mean, nothing worse than getting in your car with like a swampy ass.
What will they think of next? All right, well, we have a great episode for you guys. So much has happened. There's so much tea. We'll thank our partners really quickly and then just get right into it. Thanks to Rocket Money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions at rocketmoney.com/GGE. And Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order at liquidiv.com with code GGE.
And thank you to Helix. Get 20% off plus 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/GGE. And Symbiotica, get 20% off and free shipping at symbiotica.com/girlsgottaeat. And Lumi, get 15% off at lumideodorant.com with code GGE. And we mentioned Gravitas. If you want to look into them, gravitasclub.com.
Yeah,
There's not a
nicest water bottles.
We're just
the
giving them a
nicest
shout out.
staff.
We're glad to be here again.
Yeah.
Someone commented on YouTube that it looks so sexy.
It is
and
sexy in
sultry.
here. I mean, if I
Yeah.
describe this club in one word, it is sexy.
Sexy, glam,
It's
yeah.
so nice. I'm like proud to have people here.
So proud.
All right, we want to kick it off with our first report.
Dun, dun, dun. It's a breakup report, and it is heavy.
It really heavy. I don't take any pride, and I feel like sad there's people breaking up, but these were some big shockers. Long time marriages.
I meant heavy, like there's a lot. The
Tons.
list is long.
Oh, I meant like the length of those marriages.
Okay, yeah.
Both.
All right. Well, yeah, let's just breeze through some of the like big names, long-term divorces, I guess.
Divorces. So Jessica Simpson and her husband, Eric Johnson, split after 10 years of marriage. They have 3 or 4 kids.
Yeah.
I always root for her. I love her. I love
cancer
her
queen.
book. I love what she's built outside of music and fashion. I think she's just such an entrepreneur, and I hate to see it, but I hope she's happy.
I mean, I know their whole story. We read that book.
I
Like,
know.
didn't we both read it like during
During COVID.
quarantine?
Yeah.
So it's like read all about like kind of the issues with her and Nick's relationship and how then she met this guy. Like I know the way they met at like a party. Like I just remember it.
You know what I
reading
pray?
about it.
I pray that she does not let John Mayer back into her life,
Oh my god.
because that was such a toxic relationship for her.
I almost forgot about the John Mayer era.
I feel like huge celebrities still like do this fuckboy shit. Like I feel like he saw this report and texted her like, "You up?"
Yeah. What was she? His sexual
Napalm.
sexual
napalm.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
What a fucking freak.
He just like fucked with her for so many years. If you guys haven't read her book, it's
We love
great.
her
We
book.
loved it.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Okay. And then another Jessica. This is the Jessica report. Jessica Alba. So Cash Warren, I don't know who that is really. I don't know a lot about her marriage.
He is Jessica Alba's husband.
Right.
That is who he
So
is.
one of these, or was it both of them, were announced during like a big news day or something. Like I was seeing that some of these got kind of
Like,
swept under
buried
the
it?
rug.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've seen speculations of their breakup for years. They're just not a very public couple. So I think people have like speculated they have 3 kids. They were together for like 20 years, which in Hollywood land,
Yeah,
they might as
it's a
well have been together
lifetime.
for 200 years.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years is a lot.
That is a long time. I mean, good for them. That's a long, successful marriage.
It is,
That's sad.
It's something to be proud of to have
Yeah.
lasted that long.
Okay. And now we have some children broke up.
Wait. Children broke up.
Isn't Kaya Grover like 12? It's really hard to think of her as an adult. I know she's a consenting adult, but she's like a kid. She's Cindy Crawford's kid.
Isn't she like in her late 20s?
What? No, I
Kaya
thought she was
Gerber
like
age.
20.
Kaya Jordan Gerber. She's 23.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, a kid.
I feel like this is another couple that like you don't really hear that much about, even though they're like her and Austin Butler are such like mega stars. He's Elvis, you know. You don't hear about them a lot, so their breakup is kind of just like you don't know that much about them.
They were together 3 years, and then there was speculation recently. People were saying she was hooking up with Marcelo. Can people just stop?
Everyone is hooking up with Marcelo.
Why is Marcelo the scapegoat for every relationship ending? Like, what is happening?
Who anointed him to this? Like every person that breaks up, they're like, you know who they're probably fucking.
It's Marcelo. Paige DeSorbo, Sabrina Carpenter, Kaya Gerber. Like, he's the new Pete Davidson.
I was watching a clip of Paige from Giggly Squad, and she was like, I have never even solo texted him. I don't have a single solo text between us and him. We're all on this group chat from Hannah Berner's bachelorette party with Marcelo and Paige and all these people, and she was like, I've never spoken to him outside of the bachelorette party chat.
He's in my phone. When I programmed him in my phone, either I fat-fingered it or it auto-corrected to
Marcello?
No, well...
He's Marcello in mine.
But that would be spelled the same.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
It's no, that's going to stay in. That's the same spelling. He's in mine as Marcella, like with an A.
But his name, I have an H in there. Marcello. That's not how you spell his name.
You spelled it March.
Marcello.
Like the Women's March.
Yeah, like the Women's March or like the month. Marcello.
And you thought that's how he spelled it?
Maybe. Who's to say? I was in Miami and I was drinking.
Okay, got it. Because I think you could also say Marcello for the way he spells it. Marcello with CH is not a name.
Okay, at first I was like, am I crazy? So I was like, is that how you spell it? No, I have him as Marcello. Anyways.
You have him in your phone as something funny too? That's
We were drunk.
Marcello. There are multiple matches for Marcello via AI, including an Italian restaurant, a DJ, and a jeweler. DJ Marcello.
Not a Latin comedian.
And Marcello the jeweler. And again, Marcello's restaurant. Marcello's restaurant in Wichita, traditional Italian cuisine in Wichita, Kansas.
Marcello.
If you guys are in Wichita, let us know if you've been to Marcello's. Not the Wichita Italian. It looks nice. They got this chicken parm on the website. Since 96. They've been holding it down in Kansas.
Ashley in Kansas.
Catch me in Kansas. Okay, so yeah, Kai Gerber, I'm sure people will say she's with Marcello, but another one of those rumors. And then the biggest, or wait, you had one more, right?
Well, so people, always speculate about Justin Bieber and Hailey breaking up.
Oh.
And so people were saying that they had broken up and as evidence used the fact that he unfollowed her on Instagram.
Oh my God.
And then he went on to Instagram and posted the funniest, it's a white screen, it's just a couple black words. It says, someone on my account unfollowed my wife. Shit is getting sus out here.
Oh my God, Mark Zuckerberg?
He's just trying to kick up
are
some
they
drama
liberal?
today. I thought they're Canadian.
Both of them?
Hailey Bieber, I don't think is Canadian.
No,
but
she's
Justin
a
is
Baldwin.
Canadian. Baldwins can be from Canada. I just don't.
The Baldwin brothers are American, I thought.
But he, went on there. He debunked it and was basically just like, I was sabotaged.
By who? Nah, everything. I can't even understand what's happening over at Instagram and Meta. It's just like, of course they would do this.
I do think
it's a diversion.
I know. America's couple, Canada's couple. I was thinking, like, if I had an Instagram following that big, like, who would I give access to it? Like, Tessa has access to our, like, Girls Gotta Eat Instagram. I feel safe. I feel protected. But, like, if you have, like, I don't know, 100 million followers, like, who am I giving that password to?
Yes, I am not a celebrity, but never will a person have access to my DMs. I am talking so much shit in those DMs. I trust Tessa, but she does not need to see that side of me. Like the amount of DMs I'm talking shit in, no one can see that.
I'm a bad person on the inside. Even I was telling you thought that I was having just a private fight I was having between myself and this person in my car by myself, and you were like, that was mean. I am mean on the inside.
No, the DMs are the shit talking in the DMs is a scary place. No one can have access to that.
Well, I will say though, like, well, I don't know what huge celebrity is. He's 300 million followers, by the way, 294 million. Okay. I don't know how many like private DM conversations somebody at that level is.
No, I'm saying that's why I preface this with saying I'm not a celebrity. Like I don't think that they're talking. I don't think that's. You never know though. Like are celebrities real deal celebrities like sending other people's posts and being like, "Can you believe her?"
have to be, right?
Can you believe him?
I feel like we're like the head exploding emoji when we hear that like a celebrity watches like a
Love is
reality TV
Blind.
show or something, but you're like, there's still people have to watch something.
Yes, like Zendaya, recently came out as like a Love is Blind stan.
Yes.
Like, can you imagine being those people who they're just regular people and they're like, Zendaya's watching me. She's watching me make out with this fucking idiot.
But I think like that somebody they have to do
100%.
something, you know?
100%. And I think that's a lot of celebrities watch reality TV as like an escapism.
Well, if
Okay.
you're a huge celebrity, reach out to us. Let us know that you listen to the show.
The next one I am dumbfounded by. I don't even know what to say because of all the details surrounding it. And it's Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell.
So I saw this. I couldn't wait for you to wake up so I could discuss it with you. So this is the couple from The Bachelor.
Yeah, which they have a like sordid history. Is that the right word?
Checkered past.
Yeah. And I actually gave Raina the lowdown on like how it all went down. And, she had, people were making like racist accusations and then they broke up, but they got back together. And, I don't really care that much, but my feeling was that they were a pretty strong couple to overcome all of that and get back together. And I told you she had one of the better apologies I've seen and taking accountability and responsibility for what she had done and what people were upset about and stuff like that. So I thought they were a strong couple, but that was, 4 years ago. So what, they've been just dating, not engaged or anything for 4 years.
And they seem really cute and like well aligned. He's become this like food influencer and does all these like foodie influencer videos and travels a lot doing like food influencer videos. She's always in them, and it seems just like cute and light and fun.
Yeah, I don't think I follow. I don't know. I don't watch
follow
their
it. I don't care for it, but they seem really aligned. That they like it, and they seem to have fun together. And when he announced the breakup, people were saying that it was some like diversion for the fact that they were actually engaged. Which who in the world thought that?
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Like, that's like weird psychotic level behavior.
But who? I don't understand. Who does this benefit? That's not a thing.
We're gonna tell you we broke up and then be like, haha, we're engaged.
Gotcha.
Like, you're a psycho. You should be in the cabinet with that level of psychotic.
Who's ever done that? I don't even know like where this comes from. Like we don't want anybody to know that we're going to spend our lives together, so we're just going to let people think we broke up. But I do understand the confusion because he posted something.
Yes.
I'll let you. It's so weird the verbiage around it. But he posted the breakup announcement, and she was still on his Instagram story. They were at a restaurant in London, a pizza place in London. It was the immediate reel he had just posted the day before.
Eating
She's
pizza.
in it eating pizza and. They're still from like 19 hours ago. She's on his Instagram story. And I do understand, of course, like people do brand deals and you're responsible for those things. But like it didn't seem like a brand deal. It seemed like a restaurant that they were at.
It wasn't a brand deal. I saw, I think, the chicks in the office talking about it, and they know more about those reality show people. And they were like, I don't know if they were speculating or they were saying that typically he's like a later poster. Regardless, because you're an influencer and you know that she's still on your story within the last 24 hours and you post a breakup announcement. Like, you know what you're doing. You know what's on your feed. It's bizarre behavior.
It's wild behavior. And she's saying that he blindsided her with this.
Okay, well, I have
thoughts?
theories.
Okay.
Yes. And of course, we don't know these people. We know people are going to say what they're going to say. So I'm just telling you what my gut feeling is and kind of based on some of the articles I've read as well. There's a lot of speculation about just him not proposing after 4 years and her wanting to get married. And I mean, some people have taken this and ran with it. And this is kind of this like, this is why you don't stay a girlfriend for that long. And it's just like, there's a point there with, if.
What does that mean?
Kind of like, let this be a lesson to like make a man commit to you. It's the vibe of some like TikToks I've been seeing. That's all I'm saying. Like,
don't let somebody be your boyfriend for 4 years.
There are people that are saying this point is that if they know you want to get married and they are unsure about you after a couple years, it's maybe not the best sign.
Okay, drop the ultimatum, sis.
So then there's the ultimatum theory. So I did see that a source said that again, this could be totally made up. People just make shit up. I can't stress it enough, you guys. I can't even think about all the stuff that's just on the internet right now about us that is just like a blatant not true thing. And we're a fraction of what these other people have to deal with. But that she had set an ultimatum for the end of the year for them to get engaged. And that's what my gut tells me. And I think that she ultimately stuck to her guns. And ended it after the trip. I think they committed to this trip in early January or whenever they took this trip. Maybe that trip was even in 2024. I'm not sure when the trip actually was. People probably know, and I'm sorry that I don't know for sure. But she could technically still be blindsided because she thought he was going to propose. Like, I mean, we have a friend who did this, and she had been with this man for a really long time. She wanted to marry him. She wanted to have children with him. She was like, I need a commitment to that we're taking this to the next step and we're starting a family together. They've been together, I mean, close to a decade.
Yeah.
And she set an ultimatum for the end of the year and she stuck to it. And I mean, we were like, what's going to happen? You know, we were like thinking she might come out with us on New Year's. Like, we literally were like, what's going to happen? And, you know, I respect her decision, regardless of whether that's something you would do in your own life. And, you know, they did break up, but they were still living together. I mean, they were still friends. I mean, they'd spent so long together. And I know this is going to sound crazy to a lot of people, but I mean, these are two really good people that ended this for them was a really mature, amicable way. And so I just say that to be like, I've seen it done. And I don't know. That's what my gut tells me.
That started your long history of offering people my apartment to live in. You're like, I told her she could stay in your apartment.
Well, because it was the end of 22 when she did that, and then we left for LA.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you need to seek asylum,
do it at Raina's. But yeah, I mean, I love to see somebody, you know, put their foot down and stick to their guns. And sometimes that is the only route. It doesn't work out how you hope, but it works out in a way that you don't have to hope and wonder any longer, you know? But if he's a later poster, which I am too, like I almost never post. I don't post at a restaurant that I'm currently at.
Yeah.
Not that I'm some huge celebrity. I just don't want to deal with it. Also, I'm trying to be in the moment. I would never post a hotel that I was staying at.
Right.
Like, I always post later. So that's even stranger that he knew they had broken up and decided to post that.
I know. Right. Because, like, again, it would be so different if it was sponsored. Because you made the content, you got to post it.
Well,
You're contractually obligated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I read somebody saying, like, you know, they're contractually obligated. It's just a pizza restaurant that they were hanging out at.
Yeah. It didn't say, like, hashtag ad or spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
report it.
If I break up with you, I probably shouldn't be on your Instagram story today.
Yeah. So I could be completely wrong, but I do feel like they had a good relationship. He would have kept that going. And she was like, I need to have a bigger commitment from you. And this is what the deadline is. And she had to do it. And she got that last trip out of it.
If I broke up with somebody and they wrote something that said, Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Father God. I had to tell Raina earlier that the dad is God and Jesus is the son of God. But also Jesus' dad is Joseph. It's a whole thing.
Wait, what? Oh, wait,
Well, Joseph is like a stepdad. Because Joseph was Mary's husband and Mary was a virgin.
Uh-huh. Well, Abraham and Sarah were like 98 when they had Isaac.
Is that Jewish people?
So Abraham, yes.
Not Abraham.
There's like the fathers of Judaism. There's like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph. They all had each other.
You guys also have Father God.
Yeah, there's just God. And then God had Abraham, and then God went to Abraham. Abraham is not God's son, but Isaac is Abraham's son. But Abraham and Sarah were like in their 90s when they had him, which could not happen. Just like a virgin birth. Why are we doing religion?
Yeah. No, I could talk about this all day. I posted a stand-up clip once of like, who do you think Jesus' dad was? Because when you were a kid, you did think it was God.
I thought it was God.
But he is the son of God. But who's even
like
God?
We're all God's children? That
right.
kind of thing?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
You think I would know better because he is one of ours.
Because Jesus and Joseph were both carpenters, which you said a Jew would never.
No, we don't do that stuff. We don't, like, I know Jesus was a Jew, but we were like, ew, we don't want it. Find me a Jewish carpenter.
Is it TaskRabbit?
Jewish people do not have skills. No, listen, I love us, and we are great at a lot of things, but I never met a Jewish carpenter besides Jesus, is all I'm saying.
He was the one and only.
I don't, like, when I'm looking for, like, somebody to do carpentry in my house, I don't look up, like, Jacob Siegel.
Do you think there's like a Jewish guy out there and it's just like his dream to be a carpenter and the only person he can look up to is Jesus? Who like may or may not be real. Like that's crazy. Is no one else?
Well, my contractors were Jewish, but they didn't do the actual work. They hired the people that did the work.
They're definitely Jewish contractors.
Yeah, my contractors were Jewish, but they didn't do anything.
Okay.
They hung out with me.
Okay.
But yeah, they could be. Listen. We support everybody all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, his statement. Do you want to read it? I'd love to dramatically read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to read it because I thought it was I thought what I was reading was a joke. And I definitely did not think it was a breakup announcement. I don't even follow him, so I didn't even know why it was being served to me. And suddenly it just came across my desk.
Yeah.
Dear baby Jesus.
Okay. I feel like Kourtney Kardashian about to do the Travis prayer.
The wall of fire.
Wall of fire prayer. Father God. Father God.
Why'd you have to bring God into this?
Well, God is not on Instagram. People have been doing too much of this. People have been doing their prayers on Instagram too much.
They have?
Like Chloe, I saw.
Oh.
Like, it's just like, God is not on Instagram. God's not real. Okay. Father God, give Rachel and I strength to mend our broken hearts. Give us a peace about this decision to end our relationship that transcends worldly understanding. Yeah, I would love it because I don't understand it. It does transcend worldly understanding. No one understands it. Father God, please help us understand.
Wait, can you... Okay, read me that sentence again. Is he saying that their relationship transcended worldly understanding or that the breakup transcends
That's a funny way to
worldly
interpret it.
Like, what is he attributing that
piece.
to?
Just one. Just a piece.
Just for him.
Just give us just one. We'll share it. About
Oh, it
this.
wasn't PACE?
It is PAC. I'm saying a piece. A piece about it. It's still fucking stupid. Okay. Give us a piece, one piece each, about this decision to end our relationship that transcends worldly under. It doesn't make sense.
What am I attributing the worldly understanding to?
I'm not even going to entertain
people
who start something with Father God when their now ex is on their story at the same time.
It's just like...
Father God, I know we just posted on vacation having pizza together, but that was sponsored. And I just really need everyone to have worldly understanding.
It's funny you called it a piece and they're eating pizza. Like a piece of pizza. That was corny and I don't care.
No, I loved it.
Thank you. Well,
I hope they have.
you guys are
I hope
at
they have a piece. Each have a piece from Father God. Okay. The next breakup is the woman who thought she was dating Brad Pitt and fake Brad Pitt.
There was a woman in France. The article, it's in Variety. It's all over the place. But the title is Brad Pitt's rep speaks out after an awful love scam that cost French woman $850,000. It took advantage of the strong bond between fans and celebrities. So essentially this woman in the French Alps, she
was 53.
Yes. And she had a husband. They were going through a separation. They were going to separate. She strikes up a conversation with what she thinks is Brad Pitt's mother on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And she's just like, I guess this woman was the only person that Brad Pitt's mom could go to for support at this time. And basically it segues into Brad Pitt being sick and in the hospital. And this woman is getting these AI-generated photos of Brad Pitt in the hospital. And he basically says he needs money for this operation. And he doesn't have access to money because all of his funds are tied up in his divorce with Angelina Jolie.
Meanwhile, she had just gone through a divorce and got $1 million. So it's very funny that she was like, didn't connect the dots. I'm like, well, I got my money. Why wouldn't he get his? Like, that's just a funny thing. Like, it said the person pretending to be the actor ultimately claimed he needed $1 million for a kidney treatment because he was unable to access his bank accounts due to his divorce, yada, yada. Anne, her name was Anne, who by that time was divorcing her husband, had received funds from the settlement and gave it all to the scammer. Like, she didn't stop to think, like, this sounds a little sus. You know, I want to say, like, we can make jokes and stuff like that. And there's a victim here and there's a predator here. And I think it's fucking sick that people do this. Like, I want to take it easy on her. I don't know her, her mental state. I mean, she's in her 50s. I think this really shows the dangers of AI. I was kind of thinking to myself, like, would my mom fall for this? But for some reason, my mom thinks everybody's a catfish, even people who aren't. She thinks all these catfishes are hitting on her on Facebook and they're actually real men. So she's on the other end of the spectrum. But like, I mean, again, it's crazy because you could so easily find out this wasn't Brad Pitt with like, asking literally one person, posting one thing somewhere. Hey, is Brad Pitt dying in a hospital? Can someone confirm?
Right. No, he's at this film festival.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Like, but she didn't know until he went public with his current relationship that this actually was a scam. And so this article came out, it went viral, and people started, attacking this woman and
Yeah.
saying that she cheated on her husband, and she had to say, I didn't cheat on my husband. I'm a caring person. This person came to me and needed money. This wasn't like an emotional affair. I didn't leave my husband for this person. She was really attacked online to the point that they had to take the article down.
Yeah, and that's what I just hate. Like, can't we just kind of like lightly make fun of this stuff? Like, why do you need to try to ruin someone's life over it? You don't know what was going on in those people's lives. I mean, again, this woman could be a terrible person. Who's to say? But just that, she fell for a con artist. Like, it's just gross. It's victim blaming.
Also, I do understand that somebody like of that generation who doesn't understand AI,
Yes,
that
that's
these
what
things can be generated. Like, listen, it's crazy that this happened. But, like, I understand there's a world in which this person's just not that worldly and doesn't understand this is happening.
Again, it's still stupid. You could have so easily called the hospital. Is Brad Pitt there? I mean, it's just like, again, but there's a victim here and there's, like, an offender. And it's so funny to me because I just think it's so interesting to choose Brad Pitt. That's the most like uncreative, like basic thing. Like that's A-list. Like, and she still fell for it. Like I would be so much more creative if I was a scammer. I would go B or C list.
I mean, C-list only I'm going. Like that also like you're sitting there and you're like, no one is going to believe I need money at this level.
Yeah.
That I don't have funds outside of my marriage. Like he was a world famous A-list actor well before Angelina Jolie. Like you would never believe this. And also he's in this publication, Variety, and a million others every day.
Yeah.
You could find out what premieres he is coming up, what events he's going to every 5 minutes.
I know she just didn't want to. And so that's what makes you wonder about someone's mental state, what happened in her divorce. I mean, again, she could be terrible. I don't know. But it's just like some of these things really give me the ick, the way that people treat them. Like I'm down to make jokes, but it's just like, media outlets started pulling their articles because the online hate and like threats she was getting.
Now I'm thinking like, who would I impersonate?
Well, I was gonna ask you who would be the person that you would just be like, it's probably real. Like, who would be you'd be so excited about that you would just like
reality TV stars, because you feel like you have access to them. Like anybody on like Love Island, Love Is Blind, even a Bravo reality show. I still think like. Well, actually, all right, let me walk this back. Here's the problem with those people is they all have huge social media followings and they're very active. So it actually cannot be somebody like that. So Brad Pitt actually was an interesting choice because he doesn't have an Instagram account. So there isn't like a 24-hour loop of what he's doing all the time.
And the star with the mom, I mean, this is sick. And I mean, she's definitely trying to also see if she can get some of the money back from her bank. Like, I don't know what went down with all the transfers, but I mean, I couldn't just transfer $800K.
You can.
No, like someone would flag it. Like, no, you're right, I could. But I'm saying like I think the bank would. I guess they're not going to call you step in. But it's just I think it was too easy for her to do, is what she's saying. So she's trying to like take that out on the bank. I don't know. Who's to say? It's sad. This stuff is like so sad. But like the nature of this one is wild because it's Brad fucking Pitt.
I mean, it's interesting because my brain went to like C-list, but those people post all day, and. It's really like such a sad story because when you see these scammer stories like the Tinder swindler and these things that became really huge stories is that there really is no recourse for it because even though there was coercion, you didn't really give the money to somebody under duress. Ugh. You weren't diminished capacity.
Yeah.
I guess there's laws against impersonating other people, but there's not a lot of recourse.
I know. It's a real bummer. And so, just... let this be a lesson to talk to your parents about the dangers of AI. I'm also saying there's some good things about AI. It's not all bad, but, the threat. The threat.
Well, yeah. Well, your mom's fine. We don't have to talk to her.
Okay. Yeah, no, she is so good. Like, we talked about this before, but if you guys are, like, new around here, like, my mom was, like, showing me her Facebook, and she was like, look at all these scammers and these catfishes, and then she showed me one guy. I was like, that guy's hot. And she's like, oh, she's like, this one is a real one, I think. Like, it's just very funny. Like, her mind automatically goes there. She's on the defense. I love it. Okay, we're going to talk about some of our partners, and then we're going to get back into it. I am so excited to talk about Symbiotica today. Raina, first of all, this is like this is the cool girl supplement. We've been seeing it everywhere. We went to the cutest little
cool girl brunch place.
Yes.
Parakeet in San Diego, which is also here. We love it.
Oh, right, yeah. So we went to this little cafe called Parakeet, and they had the little vitamin C things like in a basket sitting by the register. And we're talking about that today, but I have been literally, I'm just every day I'm like, what am I going to put in my mouth today? Symbiotica. Like they like sent us a bunch of products to try. So today I was just squeezing 12 drops of this omega oil in my mouth. I want to stay consistent with the vitamin C, the liposomal vitamin C, but I'm also like trying all the other stuff too. And just, I'm going to be healthier than ever. That's just what I'm going to do. It's this liposomal vitamin C. It's this vanilla citrus flavor. And if you guys don't really know, it's a little packet. So you can rip it or cut it open and then just squirt it in your mouth. I mean, you can put it in a drink if you want, but it's so tasty to just shoot it back. Like I don't want to drop another name, but prior to finding Symbiotica, I was taking a powdered vitamin C supplement and I was like, have to put it in water. I only really wanted to drink it in cold water.
No, this is a great delivery method.
This is so great. Yeah.
Totally.
And so those mornings when you wake up and maybe if you've drank the night before, you're just feeling sluggish. Like I would always want to take one of those powder drinks. And now this is so much easier, so easy to travel with. But I love that vanilla citrus. And this is just going to be great for your immune health, collagen production. Again, the convenient little pouches, and they have so many good products. Like you just get on their site and kind of search by what you're looking for. Everything is free of seed oils, preservatives, toxins, or artificial additives, which are usually found in supplements. And they have this advanced liposomal absorption technology. Nutrients are delivered safely and efficiently. So yeah, I've been doing it all, but right now I'm really focused on that. The vitamin C and then the super greens and this omega oil that I just squirt in my mouth. Like, I don't know.
Working on your throat
It
game.
says 12 drops a day. And I'm like, I don't know. It like looks crazy. I did it on FaceTime with my fiance the other day. He was like, what did you just do? And the flavors are good too. Nothing's going to like gross you out. And there's a subscription service monthly so you never run out. High quality holistic wellness right at your fingertips. You can be present and feel your best for life's most memorable moments. Go to symbiotica.com/girlsgottaeat for 20% off your order plus free shipping today. That is Symbiotica, symbiotika.com/girlsgottaeat for 20% off your order and free shipping today.
And it is the start of the new year, which is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, prioritize what matters to you. So for me, a lot of people, of course, the top priority is getting their financial wellness in order. And Rocket Money has just the thing for you guys. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. So the dashboard on this app is really fantastic. It's really easy to use. There's a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts. When they became a partner, I downloaded this, and it was just like fun seeing like what I'm paying for. And you can see all your subscriptions in one place, know exactly where your money is going, and then if you don't want these subscriptions anymore, they can help you cancel them. So it really is fantastic to just like get organized and see what you're working with. You get alerts if bills increase in price, and there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget. So it's really great for budgeting as well. And they can even try to negotiate lower bills for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year while using all of the app's premium features. You can cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/GGE today. That's rocketmoney.com/GGE, rocketmoney.com/GGE.
Okay, and Lumi is back. You guys, whole body deodorant, aluminum free. We love this so much. You're going to get that deo and sweat control, and you can put it anywhere. And it is safe to use anywhere on your body: pits, underboobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas, and feet. It was created by an OBGYN. I was just looking her up last night, just like checking her out. I love these female-founded companies, and started by an advocate for women's health. And she saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. So that's why she started Lumi. It is clinically proven to block odor all day long and control odor for up to 72 hours. And you can get the solid deodorant stick, or you can get like the cream deodorant, or they also have a spray deodorant, and again, aluminum free. And that spray is going to be ideal for your hard to reach places. All the products are baking soda free and paraben free, pH balanced for safe use below the belt. And they have these really great scents. Their scents just smell so delicious. There's a clean tangerine, lavender sage, toasted coconut. So I'm going to be real with you guys. I used to use a toasted coconut. I still have it. It smelled so much like Samoa cookies that like it just made me hungry. And so I still use it, but it made me crave cookies.
Really
and
good.
I just feel like I smelled so like delicious enough to eat. I would definitely like wear it on a date. But I really love the lavender sage and the peony rose. And there's also just a soft powder scent, minted cucumber. That's a really nice fresh scent. And there's a fresh alpine scent. That's like a sexy man scent, which probably is going to turn me on. So we just love it so much. I have been using this for quite a while, and I'm really, really into it. I'm into the founder and why she started it, and just that it is this good for you product to put on your body, and dermatologist recommended, and it's going to help you not sweat and smell. So Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes. We love the wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. So use code GGE for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's code GGE at LUMEDEODORANT.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Lumi.
Okay, so probably the biggest story of the week, TikTok.
Another fake breakup.
I mean,
fake up. We all thought we were breaking up with, people thought they were breaking up with TikTok.
This was wild. I mean, TikTok started saying it was going to shut down, and then there were so many questions about, like, well, what does this mean? Does the app stop working? Do I immediately have to get everything off of it? Does this just mean I can't download updates? I mean, people were freaking out, rightfully so, because this is the income and the businesses of millions of people. And so to just sort of say, like, the Supreme Court is going to uphold this TikTok ban, if you're not familiar, the reason that they're saying that they're doing this because of national security and China having access to our data. And so the Supreme Court upheld the decision, and then TikTok goes dark on Saturday night.
We can talk about it, and we'll talk about the funny stuff about it. This was a stunt. This was a diversion. The reasons they said TikTok was a threat is not real. This was all planned from the start. It is sickening and gross. And this TikTok founder is bending the knee to Donald Trump. Like, we're in a scary place. And I don't know what the future of TikTok is going to look like, but I'm just going to preface this with saying all that. And then we can talk about it in a lighter way.
I didn't really feel like this was light. I mean, so many of our friends depend on this for their income.
Oh my God. Totally. Yes. All of it. Like, the political side of it, I just want to get that disclaimer out of the way.
Yeah.
And I also thought the stunt wasn't even done right. You didn't even let people miss it. How long was it down? 14 hours? Mm-hmm. They didn't even let people miss it on a Sunday afternoon, evening, Sunday scaries scroll. I've slept longer than TikTok. I've watched one show on Netflix longer than TikTok was down. They didn't even, if they would have drawn it out longer. It's like, are you think this is so insulting to the American people. You think we wouldn't see right through this? And I love that, because I think the way that it was all done, and having his name and those notifications, and that it was didn't even last 24 hours, people are like, this was a fucking stunt. You think we're stupid? And I love to see people being woke to that. But anyway.
Go off, sis. It broke my heart. I think about how many people anchored their businesses on this and thought that, this is the end of my livelihood. Yes. I believed I could be anything. I was told I could be anything. I started this business entrepreneurially, and
a singing career.
Yeah.
People, they're feeding their families from this app.
Oh, yeah. Everybody from, whether you think it's stupid or not, skincare influencers. People bought homes with this, and to see all those people be in such a panic, it really broke my heart. And it was kind of interesting the next day, because everybody flooded TikTok to post their final TikToks. Everyone's crying, and also my first thought was guys, they're still reels, which shows my age.
Ew.
Everybody's oh, I would never.
I loved
reels?
I loved the TikToks that were don't make me go there. I love this girl that was I just posted over there, and the comment section was so bad, and don't make me go over there. And I will say, I feel like I had my moment on TikTok, and I don't post that much anymore, but I'm on it a lot, and I get a lot of information from there. That's where I got this hairstyle. And I was on Thin Hair Talk, and I found my girl. She's my messiah of thin hair. And so, but it's so funny, because I thought of something. I wanted to ask you this. Have you ever scrolled reels? I would never. That's so gross. Who's doing that? There's no algo. You're seeing the weirdest stuff. Have you ever scrolled through
no
reels?
Algorithm.
They want you to scroll so bad. Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
So I have.
No one will ever scroll reels.
Oh, so I have, and there is no algorithm. It is home decor. It is food. It is comedy.
It doesn't even feel right.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just when
Ugh.
I got on like TikTok breakup in like October, November, and it was what I needed. It healed me from the situation I was going through. It. TikTok knew exactly what to serve to me. All the self-help girlies in the world, it was just one after the next. They didn't interrupt me with home goods.
Well, sometimes I will. Okay, so I feel like when I'm maybe trying to find a trending sound or a song, I'll like scroll reels for a minute to see if they have anything in that way, and it even feels weird. I'm like, you guys do not get it, and I want to say you'll never get it, but it's all about to be owned by like the same people. So, dark times.
It's time.
Anyway.
Meta has tried to replicate it and cannot really. And it is really so funny scrolling reels.
Stop.
It's just, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm like, what are they going to give me next?
It's like, is this Facebook? It's like old Facebook energy.
Listen, it doesn't serve you a vibe. It's just like, let's throw everything we can at her.
And all you're doing when you're scrolling reels is 6-month-old TikToks. That's all it is. That's what it is. But I mean, that obviously was most of our algorithms, like as we neared the end, was a lot of like goodbye TikTok videos and just Alex Earl just crying nonstop, and people using that one Family Guy sound. Is it Family Guy?
Yeah.
That revealing their deepest, darkest secrets. Our friend did a really good one where she revealed she got a rhinoplasty. I had known that she had gotten a nose job, but she did one of those, and I mean, some of them I were seeing, I was like, that's a real reveal.
I mean, I really loved some. Also, by the way, I think that people were like, "Ooh, that's embarrassing." I don't think these people thought they were just going to be offline for the rest of the time. I don't think it's like that scene in Almost Famous where they think the plane's going to crash and he's like, "I'm gay."
Oh, yeah.
And then the plane doesn't crash.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good reference.
I think that like these people assume they'd go to Instagram like their lives weren't over, but some of these were like the amount of people that I saw admit that they were on Ozempic.
I didn't see the main one I wanted to see.
So Serena Kerrigan said, that was Manjaro in my fridge.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
I loved it. I thought it was good. My favorite one besides that, Charlie D'Amelio.
Oh,
and
what did
she said, since TikTok might kick a ban, there's one more secret. I still don't understand the hype either, to be honest.
Oh.
People always say, like, I don't understand the hype about her.
Oh, okay.
That's what she meant.
That's kind of funny.
People are always like, I don't get it.
She's like, yeah, I don't deserve this either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
People just admitted some like crazy stuff, which was funny to like watch them walk it back. I guess there's this girl that does this. Do you know this coffee one? Tessa, do you know what I'm talking about?
So that was one of the big ones that I noticed that people were upset about. She I think makes coffee. Everyone does like coffee chats.
Okay.
And she's like, I never drink coffee.
I never drink coffee. And then she had to walk it back and say, well, it was for my mom. No. My mom drinks the coffee.
My gut feeling was like, we're going to get an extension on this. Like, I just didn't believe it. And I guess I kind of started to believe it in the final hour, but I was like, don't blow your business up over this.
I mean, some of these people I think meant it. I took it to be like, these people will go on Instagram. They will figure out another way. But I think some of these, okay, so this one girl, I don't know if you've ever...
I think most people didn't feel like it was going to be that easy. I mean, I understand the fear. Like, I watched this one woman's video and she had a lot to say about like the politics of it all, which I was obsessed with. But she was also her name, it's Jax is her handle on TikTok, and she's become a singer and she's made a career out of this. And someone like her can't just go over to Reels. Like, I get it. I like TikTok Shop. I mean, it's just not that easy. So I wanted to, our friend who she doesn't even have 1 million on Reels. She has millions on TikTok. I mean, like, they're not just interchangeable and the same. So I understood people's like real fear and devastation.
Oh, 100%. I just mean like they weren't going to cease to exist. So it was interesting admitting some of this stuff because they were going to go to another platform at some point. And I think a lot of people have millions of followers on TikTok and do not on Instagram at all. But some of these accounts were going to go on.
Thank you. Yes.
That's what
in terms of their business. Raina, what if we went on and we're like, I don't masturbate. Alyssa, I don't drink tea. Like it's crazy. Like you're just outing yourself.
Nuke your
like
whole career.
The Titanic is sinking.
But like, there's this one girl. Okay, I didn't actually know how to just get served her stuff. Meredith Duxbury, and I don't know if you've seen her. She'll put like 10 pumps of makeup on her face, and she'll like whiten her whole face out, and then do makeup from there. And she said, I wiped off those pumps, and like that doesn't end your career, but like that was her thing.
But like it's just a weird energy, no matter what, unless you're literally sinking on the Titanic or the plane is going down, to be like, I'm a fraud. It's weird energy to ever, unless it's your dying day and you really want to get it out. It's weird to be like, I'm a fraud.
So it's different to me. Like, I'm a fraud versus like, here's a secret I want to tell you. Because like Serena Kerrigan being like, listen, it was Manjaro
And the nose
in
job,
fridge.
exactly.
Like, I think that she's really thin. She's been on our show. She's great. I like her. I think she's beautiful. I don't think she's on her platform every day saying it's natural.
Buy my workout plan.
She just doesn't talk about it.
Yeah.
So to out yourself as a total fraud is wild.
It is wild. It's wild energy.
But I don't know. I don't know how I would feel if the plane was crashing.
I think I've lived a pretty honest life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really have any deep, dark secrets. I think about that a lot. You and I were talking about a friend recently that kind of shares everybody's business. And we were like, we've told her a lot, but we're like, well, what really deep, dark secrets do we have? I don't know.
No, I think that's a good point. Like,
Yeah.
the masturbation thing is a good point. Like, if I would just say, like, I don't really care about vibrators. They're not for me. Like, I'd rather just go solo.
I'm a Republican.
Yeah. Surprise. No, I would never. I used 2 vibrators the other day. I was using the Ashley Max wand.
Just like double fisting.
Well, sometimes, okay, here's the thing. I like to listen to porn, or I like on our app.
Yeah.
Or I like to read porn, which you can also do on our Vibes Only app, or I'll go to like websites, I'll read porn. Like, I like to read porn stories.
Yeah.
But I can't always like scroll and masturbate at the same time. I need both hands. And so I will use the Ashley Max one, and I'll just like lay it on my body while
Max-
I'm scrolling. Because it'll get the job done. It doesn't need my full hand to
Yeah.
apply it. Like the Debbie, which is my favorite thing that we sell, but it's a suction, and you have to hold it against your body.
Yes. If you're new here, we have a company called Vibes Only, the best vibrators that exist, and they all pair with an app. You can use them with or without the app. The Ashley Max will both change and ruin your life. Listen, it's the best vibrator. It's the most beautiful. It's the most powerful. You could also use it as a massager, but it hits different, and there is nothing else like it, and I will stand by that.
I know, I love it.
Holy shit. But yeah, we would love if you guys check those out, especially, you know, if you feel like it's a dark time. There's nothing really that will heal you quite like a mind-blowing orgasm. So it's a great time to Vibes Only, and, you know, support 2 female founders that, you know, where our values stand.
Yeah.
So we do have a company called Vibes Only, vibesonly.com, and then Monday, huge launch. So
yeah,
if you
you
guys
guys.
listen to Girls Gotta Eat on Monday, and we are going to show you on video all the new products, and we are launching the most fun collection for Valentine's Day. So
Yes,
exciting.
you guys get ready. We are so excited to bring it to you. When I woke up on Sunday morning, I looked around my bedroom. There was a
It's
blunt.
insane. My house is wild.
No, there was on my a blunt and a half-drink glass of whiskey and 2 vibrators. I was like, I really got it in last night.
Where were your cigarettes? In the car. When we got in your car and I saw those Marlboros testing out the backseat, I was like, oh my fucking God. We're over here escaping the air quality, and you were like, let me smoke a cig.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the air quality.
She's like, let me get that benzene to the face.
I've not bought a new pack since then.
Yeah. And listen, I didn't say this to shame you, but I was like, I become an air quality expert, and I was like, a lot of the things that are in the air are also in your cigarettes.
Actually,
I'm not shaming you, but I'm just telling you,
You should shame me, but I'll smoke cigarettes that often. Sometimes it's
I was trying to make you feel better. Like, you've been having
dark.
these chemicals. Don't you worry.
I mean, I do think about the air quality and how bad it is, but then I think about all the other things I've put in my body,
It's
and
all
I'm
bad.
like, she is so strong
Yeah.
that she's still alive today. All the men and all the drugs.
Okay, guys. Well, we cannot wait for our final topic. We have one more, but we're just going to talk about our remaining partners and then get into it. This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. Okay, we are so excited about this. And as you guys may know, I am planning a wedding. I have started, and first thing I'm putting in people's welcome bags.
You got to.
I did them for my 40th birthday. Like, this is like, when I'm thinking about welcome bags, this is the first thing you're getting.
You have to.
Yeah. So I actually just got some new Liquid IV delivered to me. I got the lemon lime and the guava. So those are my 2 favorite flavors, but I'll tell you about it. So they are the little powder packets that are just going to give you this extraordinary hydration. Powered by Live Hydroscience, Liquid IV helps you break the mold. There's these amazing flavors. Again, I mentioned the lemon lime, the guava, and there's also sugar-free raspberry lemonade, which we really like too. And you're just going to pour this into a glass of water. I really like it in like ice cold water, and just drink it. It tastes great. And it's just going to give you much more hydration than you would with just your typical water. You're going to stay hydrated during those long days, whether you're outside in the heat or not right now in a lot of parts of the country, but whether you're working out, if you wake up and you're feeling kind of sluggish, this is going to be great. Again, the flavors are really good. They taste very true to the fruit. And there's acai berry, there's pina colada, which is really fun. We'll put those in the welcome bags too. So again, you're just going to get electrolytes, essential vitamins, clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration, 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients. I always feel better after a Liquid IV, and you guys can too. Embrace your ritual with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code GG at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code GGE at liquidiv.com. And while I'm being so passionate, I'm just going to tell you about another thing I can't imagine my life without, and that is Helix. Rain and I had a conversation recently, like just on our own time, not recorded, of how much we love Helix mattresses and how everyone in our lives.
No, like sleep is so important to us. Like getting a good sleep. If I don't get 8 hours, I'm like not functioning. And like, I love this mattress. It is the only thing I sleep on. You take this quick quiz about what you're looking for in terms of firmness. Are you sleeping with a partner? Do you sleep on your side, on your back? I don't even need to read the ad points. I just love this mattress.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I could say them like word for word. Yeah. So you're going to take the quiz, and they have various mattresses. I sleep on the Midnight Luxe. I also have a Moonlight Luxe in my guest room. My fiance has the Midnight Luxe, and I just got my mom one. My brother and my sister-in-law have the plus-size mattress. They have plus-size mattresses and mattresses for kids. They have mattresses for hot sleepers, this amazing technology. And then they have the standard mattresses, and then they have the Luxe collection, and they have the Elite collection. So you can, again, just kind of figure out which was going to work best for you, the way that you sleep, where you sleep. If you're dealing with any back pain or, sleep apnea, sleeping too hot, they can help you address those issues as well. So we just can't recommend it enough. Everyone, we got Tessa one, like everyone we know has these, and I just notice it so much when I go sleep somewhere else. Like even if it's the nicest hotel or Airbnb, like I still cannot wait to get home for my Helix mattress. The pillows are absolutely amazing. Everywhere I evacuated to, I brought my pillow.
You did?
Yes.
I love those pillows. I'm obsessed.
Like a pillow makes sleep. Like I think a pillow matters sometimes almost as much as your mattress.
Picky. Yeah.
I brought it to Kate and Jazz. I brought it to Taylor's. I brought it to the Airbnb. Like I was like, this is going to help me. It was like my security blanket. So we love that too. So you guys can go to helixsleep.com/GGE for 20% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with your mattress purchase. Again, that is helixsleep.com/GGE for 20% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with your mattress purchase, helixsleep.com/GGE. Okay, so
speaking of brands,
this was something that I think you showed me, and we were in these comments dying.
So I saw this thing that Walmart had rebranded, and it is a big thing that these brands want to rebrand, freshen up, and the Walmart rebrand was so crazy because to the naked, untrained eye, there's no difference. So if you guys know the Walmart logo, it looks like a flower. It's 6 petals around.
Rays. I think it's like rays.
What is
like
it?
Like a sun rays.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's like 6 petals that looks like the tattoo I have on my back.
Okay.
It looks like a starburst.
Not the tramp stamp.
It's a blue logo with a yellow flower, and they made a bluer logo with a yellower flower.
It's just in bold.
Thicker.
Yeah, they just bolded it.
And
Do you think they're trolling us? Like, this is genius.
It feels like a joke.
This is a stunt. It's genius because they didn't have to do anything, and we are all talking about it.
So I was like, okay, what do other rebrands look like? So I Googled like rebrands, and I saw like when Dunkin' Donuts just rebranded to Dunkin'.
Oh my God, Instagram
rebranded.
Yeah. Jaguar, the worst rebrand
of all time. McDonald's rebranded to look a little more high-end. Stella Artois.
Let me look this up.
Guinness. Apple rebranded. I mean, this is a really common practice, but typically you see people rebrand in like an obvious way. The comments on this are some of the funniest comedy I've ever seen in my life. I was jealous I didn't come up with them. Can I just tell you my favorite one I think about every single day is the rebrand in the room with us right now.
No, it's a rebrand in the room. When your ex tells you he's changed.
That's my second
other
favorite
one. Yeah.
Hits bold.
When they make you create another password every 10 weeks. Not them replacing the old ink cartridge in their printer. That's what it looks like. It's literally like one was taken on BlackBerry and one was taken on iPhone. Like it's just the other one looks blurry now. It's
Yes.
just really weird. I think it's like when, like, I feel like it's when a woman comes home and she went to the salon and she asked her man like, "Do you love my hair?" And he's like sweating, not being able to tell it looks different. Like he's like, what's different about it?
It's like those photos where they say like pick the different things in these photos.
Yes.
Like what's different? You're like, I don't know.
I was thinking, like, again, like, this might really just be a stunt, which I don't hate. But I was like, do you think the designer just waited until the night before? Like, it's like when you wait till the
dog
night
ate my
before to
homework?
put in your, to turn in your paper.
Well, people were saying, like, what is this job and, like, how can I get it? Like, do you understand how many millions of dollars probably went into this? Focus groups and
think?
testing different colors and hiring different design firms to, like, submit different ideas. I mean, this is a rebrand of the biggest company in the United States. It's the most profitable. It's the richest people own this.
Yeah.
Like, who got this job?
I think they're trying. I think they technically are calling it a refresh. Minor difference, obviously, but still, you know, but it's, to me, I'm like, now is the time to change it completely. Like, I'm sorry, it's crazy to even want to keep your dusty old logo from '08. You know, like, let's make a change here.
Uh-huh.
Like, whether it's a rebrand or a refresh, the time was ripe for a rebrand, a true rebrand. I have to read this one right now. Incredibly beautiful. I will have a hard time getting used to it, but once I do, just wow. That's so funny. It's going to be hard to get used to. I love these. This is it. Oh, so by the way, and we'll put this on YouTube, obviously, but it was their posts that were all like the gold comments were. I'm sure there were other places on the internet, probably like Puberty or something, but like the People one was where we found all our faves.
Well, what did Aldi say?
Oh, yeah,
And
so-
Walmart pinned it, right?
No, Walmart. So Aldi has been trolling.
Other brands got in on this, and they were like, now's our time to make fun of this.
Aldi is the main troll, and they just
You never think you're going to say that sentence.
and the headline, which is like very clickbaity on the U.S. Sun, says Aldi burns Walmart with logo refresh as fans joke new branding is a total game changer. And like Aldi just did like our before and after, and it's like just exactly the same. And then they heard we're doing logo refreshes. And then they were commenting in the comments and stuff like that.
Well, didn't Walmart comment something and then Aldi pinned it? And then Walmart was like, you really pinned that? And they were like, yeah, we did do that shit. Oh, okay. So here's what happened. Aldi did this post and then they pinned the post to the top of their feed.
Oh, okay.
And then Walmart said, did you really pin this? And Aldi said, sure did, period.
Wait, a post?
A post. It's a feed post.
Let me see. Oh, okay.
And
what I just read to you guys, heard we're doing logo refreshes with the exact same logo, and then they pinned that. Okay, I see.
And then Walmart was like, bitch, are you serious? And they were like, the fuck we are.
Two budget stores fighting. Like
I love watching
they're taking it to the
stores fight.
streets.
No, I love it. I love it.
And like, you know, you wouldn't see this with
Kroger.
Neiman Marcus versus
Oh.
Bloomingdale's. You know what I mean? It's
like them
always
more. Yeah.
it's always going to be like the fast
KFC.
food places
Yeah.
or like the budget places are just going to get down in the mud. I love it.
And I love to see it.
Okay, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of The Snack. You can find us at girlsgottaeat.com, and we are Girls Gotta Eat Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And then just, again, vibesonly.com to get the best vibrators that will change your life. And look out for the drop on Monday coming soon. And subscribe on YouTube, support YouTube. And share this episode with a friend. And we will see you next week.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Bye.